So here I am heading down to the round pen here at the start of our, I think it's our 5th session. Walking down here is one of the places the dressage trainer used to have a lot of trouble with him. He'd run over and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, so we've had a bit of rain and you know, he's walking through puddles and different stuff. But you might notice I'm walking, he's walking. I stop, he stops. If I felt like stopping here and talking to you guys for half an hour, he would just stand there and wait for me for half an hour. I go, he goes. So a lot of those, you know, a lot of the little issues they had with him are kind of, you know, taken care of already. Right there, he's just walked through a puddle of water. Can you hear that? I don't know what he was like with puddles before, but he didn't seem to mind with that one. So this round pen's going to be a bit sloppy, so I'm not really going to be able to do a whole lot. But I just want to come in here and show you a little bit about where we're at. We had some rain this morning, so this is going to be an awful sloppy mess. But anyway, and it's even a little bit slippery. But anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll do it anyway, just to see what sort of changes we've made so far. Now, did you notice when I walked back here, how he swung his hind end way over there and stepped around me? That was very good. Okay, and see, he waited right there for me to move, but then he moves willingly. Okay, so remember the last time I brought him in here, this is only his 3rd session in here, I've only really had 2 sessions in here. The last time I brought him in here, when I went to undo this, let's wait and see, somebody want to come see me? No. When I went to undo this right here, he turned and left, okay? So we'll just see what he does right here. So I take that off. See the difference right there? He doesn't feel the need to just turn and run away. Because he's, watch, if I step over here, there you go, his head comes back to me. He's starting to think that hanging around here with me is not a bad idea. Whereas like the first session, I took it off, and as I took it off, he turned and ran away. Second session, when I took it off, he turned and ran away. Now, this stuff with him, it seemed to catch on really quickly. And see how low his head is standing right there? It caught him really quickly. Why? I have no idea. Some horses might take 10 sessions to get the same stuff done. I just think he wasn't that bad in the first place. But see, I walked in here, I didn't ever say, whoa, I didn't say stop, I didn't say stand still. I just stopped moving. I took the halter off, he's still there. So if I want him to go, now see right there, I asked him to go this way. There we go. Just things like that. I asked him to go that way, and he said, I think I'll go that way. I said, no, you'll go the way I want you to go. So like I said, this is kind of muddy and slippery in here, and I'm just going to do a quick refresher course and see how he is in here. You know, I can't get a whole lot done, so I'm only going to spend a couple of minutes in here. But he's going around there. I'm just going to step over here and see if he'll roll in towards me like that. When he does, I'll just send him off that way. So you see, so far I haven't really had to make any corrections. I've gave directions, but I haven't had to make any corrections. So far, in the dressage test of life, when I walked in that gate, he was very responsive and swung around behind me. He was a 9 or a 10. Okay, I walked over here and stopped and talked to the camera for a minute. He was a 9 or a 10. I took that halter off his head. He was a 9 or a 10. I sent him off. He wasn't very good, was he? He was like a 4 because he got it all wrong. Okay, I asked him to go then, he went good. I asked him to turn in, he did that, a 9 or a 10. I'll step over here. That's, it wasn't quite instant, you see that? So that there is only a 5 or a 6. I'm not sure exactly how they judge dressage, but if I was judging it, that would be a 5 or a 6. Because I asked, and it didn't just happen as I asked, he kind of thought about it. I'll just step over here. He comes in and around, that's a 9 or a 10. He was quite willing to do that right there. I'll try it again in the same spot. Step over here, that's a 9 or a 10. I ask him to go, that's a 9 or a 10. So our dressage test of life here is working pretty good. So I'm just going to step over here. He rolls in and around, I'll let him stand there. If he wants to leave, I'll put a little bit of pressure on him right there, and then I'll draw him back to me like that. And I might just step over here and see what he does. I'll just let him stand there a minute. Okay, so far I haven't had to make a whole lot of corrections. Now the first day, yeah, I had to make quite a few corrections. Haven't really had to make a lot of corrections. Right now I don't like where he's standing because he's not paying attention to me. So I'm going to step over here. There you go. Now he's moved his hind end over, he's pointing at me. What I might do right now is just walk around this way and see if he'll follow me around like that. Well, that's quite good. Notice the bend in his body. He's stepping up and around. Didn't want to walk in that puddle right there. So now I'll try him on this side. I'll step over here. Good, so he's got a nice bend in his body. He's got that dressage, what you might say, straightness to him. Does that around there. I'll walk over here. Here's my halter. I'm going to pick it up and put it on. But you notice his demeanour is totally different. What I haven't tried to do was settle him down or change his diet or give him more exercise or say easy or any of that stuff, okay? That stuff's for the birds. That just stuff doesn't work. All you got to do is just go through the basic education program from the beginning, and somewhere along the way these horses start to relax and become confident. There you go. See, I'm up here and he's putting his head down, whereas, you know, most every other time in the past I've approached him, as soon as you get to here, his head goes straight up in the air. So he's just starting to relax a bit. Right there, he's not really paying attention to me. I might just step over here. There we go, and have his attention come back to me. Now, I didn't ask it to come back to me, but I've taught him that if I was to step away from him, it's probably a good thing for him to step over towards me. Now, we still haven't worked on this this lowering his head thing yet, and I'll get to that at some point in time. But when I get to that, mentally he will be totally relaxed. There's no use for me, there's no use trying to get a horse that wants to stick his head in the air, give him a head down cue. Because the reason his head's in the air is he's uptight. If his head's in the air and he's uptight and you give him a head down cue, okay, great, you can get his head down, he's still uptight. For me, I want to get rid of that anxiety, and then they'll just be relaxed. Anyway, that there was pretty simple, so we'll go ahead and head inside and start our next session.